Most musicians think branding is what they look like. That's why they're stuck at 10,000 streams. If you've been posting consistently for a long period of time, if your visuals look clean and your music sounds amazing, but you're wondering why your streams aren't moving, your branding is the reason why. And here's my definition of branding, because it's not just visual identity, that's only 1% of it. Branding is the perceived experiences, what audiences think of you when they see, when they listen, or when they buy from you. And most musicians hyperfixate on what they can see and they ignore the other 99%. And so in this video, I'm breaking down the 3 layers of branding that actually move the needle, which is identity branding, visual branding, and discovery branding. And so this is the branding system. It's part 1 of what I call MusicCareerOS. It's a framework with 10 different parts that I'll be giving to you over the next couple of weeks, breaking down every step of your operating system to become a full-time artist. So let's dive in. Number 1, identity branding. It's the layer most artists skip entirely. They think they've already picked their genre, they've defined their sound, and they're making good music, but nobody connects with it. And that's because identity branding isn't about your genre, it's about your mission. So when most artists think, I make R&B, they believe that's enough positioning to explain what they do. It's not. R&B is a category, but not a brand. And so here's the difference. When you start breaking down the components of I make R&B, this is the audience it's for, this is why I make it, this is what I want to achieve through my music, you start to connect to a different audience. And I'll give you an example in a minute. And so you need a mission statement that goes beyond your genre. And I use this formula. I help target audience who have been through problem go from before state to after state so they can outcome. So here's an example. I help broken-hearted women who've been cheated on go from not believing in love anymore to healing their traumas and finding their soulmate. So that's not your Instagram bio. That's your North Star. It's much more powerful than just your bio. Every song you write, every visual you create, every show you perform, it all ties back to this mission. And when you have clarity on your mission and your audience has clarity on why they should follow you long-term, they begin to feel part of your world. But most artists resist doing this foundational work. They say, I just don't want to be put in a box. I make a lot of different genres. But here's what you're missing. The more specific you are in the messaging, the more specific the person you attract. Because the fans who resonate you will feel more understood than any other artist in your genre. And so they're going to stick around because you get them and you're creating an environment they want to be a part of. You're not losing fans by being too specific, you're gaining the right ones. Because if you can't articulate your mission in one sentence, you don't have a brand, you have a genre, and that's why you're stuck at 10,000 streams. So let's move on to number 2, visual branding. This is what everyone obsesses over. So once you've got your mission, now you've got to build a visual world around it. You start with your color palette, right? What kind of tones you have in your content. Then you look at your fonts, your album artwork, your website, your Instagram aesthetic. And most artists treat this like a Pinterest board that they obsess over. And they pick colors they like and what makes them look cool. But they're not looking at the messaging. Colors have meaning. So red is usually passion, anger. Yellow is happiness and friendliness. And green represents trust and authority, right? And so visual branding without identity branding is just like a decoration. So let's say your mission is to help, let's go back to that broken-hearted women who've been cheated on. You might want to use blue tones to represent apologies and sympathy and empathy, right? You might want to use purples to represent pain, transitioning to warm gold, right? And so colors have intention, right? They're not just what you decide to put on your artwork. Your fonts might be very, very purposeful, showing maturity, right? Showing wisdom, not blocky tech fonts because they look modern. And so everything from your artwork to your branding banners to your profile picture needs to reflect this meaning. And what you'll create is a world inside your music. So every visual decision you make reinforces the mission. And when your visuals line up with your identity, your content will feel more wholesome to everyone who sees it. But most artists reverse this. They pick the aesthetic first and then try to enforce their music into it. And that's why your feed looks good, but nobody remembers you. Right? That's why your posts feel sporadic and there's no linkage between your posts. Because you're not building a world, you're decorating an empty room. And so practically, I want you to open up Canva and choose different elements of your brand and start to create. Every song has one holistic look and feel. You can have that whole brand feel the same, but you don't have to be locked into exact fonts, colors, and styles every single time you make a post forever. You can change this as often as you want. Even if it's once every 3 to 6 months, you can evolve and adapt your brand. Number 3 is discovery branding. This is the layer that actually scales you. So now you've got your mission and you've got your visual world. Now you need people to find you. So this is discovery. This is how you get the algorithm to bring more fans towards you. This is what's going to actually scale you past 10,000 streams. But if you do this first without the identity and without the visual world, it won't work. And so most artists think discovery is just posting more times a day. It's not. Discovery is making sure that when someone searches for you, they find what they're looking for. And so let me break this down. If you are an R&B artist that helps, broken-hearted women that go through healing, you might want your bio to reflect that in a light touch way without being corny, without keyword stuffing, but you want to be able to show up in the search results for people's playlists, for people's Instagram searches and Google searches. And so it's about having a very curated about me section, right? So that when people are looking for a UK singer, you show up, right? It's about when they're looking for certain playlists, your song titles can be found in the playlists, right? And it's about making sure that you aren't just using all the R&B singer, songwriter, songstress, all the different keywords. It's about really showing a vibe, speaking to authenticity, but knowing that this is what's going to be found in the algorithm. And so your Instagram captions aren't just traffic driving, they're problem aware. Every single word you choose in a caption, in a heading, in the meaning of your song helps people find you. Instagram algorithm, TikTok algorithm, they categorize what people are consuming. So if they're listening to songs about heartbreak, you will show up. If you're creating too many different types of content, you won't even appear in the rankings. And so with this in mind, you're not just competing with other R&B artists, you're competing with every other solution to your audience's problem. And if they can't find you when they search for that problem, you've already lost. And out of all the artists I've ever worked with, the ones who broke past 10,000 streams, they got this right first. They created their identity, then their visuals, and then had a plan for discovery. And most artists watching this are going to keep doing what they're doing. They'll make their feed look pretty without making it feel wholesome. But if you're serious, you'll want to stop optimizing the 1% of how you look in your content, and you'll start building all 3 of these layers. And there's only one way to play this game. You define your mission first. You build your visual world around it, and then you optimize for discovery. That's what I call the branding system. And again, I got 9 more videos on the way showing you through your content strategy, your release strategy, playlist, radio, ads, industry gigs, streaming, email, monetization, and more. And I can't wait to give it to you. So if you're a fan of this channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these upcoming videos, and join the waitlist now for my software HitmakerOS with over 250 plus content ideas helping you release a song, and the AI will coach you through that release.